Hello there, namaste. So, Panchayat ka Bhoota Ped. I'm hoping this is a funny scene. I'm hoping this is a funny scene.
स्पीड ने आखिरी बार किसी को कब दौड़ाया था?
2-3 साल में किसी को नहीं दौड़ाया।
क्यों?
मन नहीं होगा।
वो कहा है सचिव जी, हमारे गांव के जो पूर्वी की तरफ एक भूता पेड़ है। शाम को 6 बजे के बाद जब अंधेरा हो जाए तो सब लोग वहाँ जाने में बहुत डरते हैं भाई। कभी ना जाइए बिल्कुल।
प्रधान जी, अगर लाइट वहाँ लगेगी तो गांव वालों का भला तो होगा।
हाँ ये बात है। मंगल बहुत बढ़िया सुझाव दिए।
I don't know why. It felt like it was going to be funny, and then it goes to like a serious, tune. And now I don't know. Now I don't know.
वो पेशाब करते करते अचानक दिमाग में आ गया।
Oh, there we go.
क्या हुआ? क्या बढ़िया पेड़ है, कुछ भी तो नहीं कर रहा।
सर, भूत कोई बच्चा थोड़ी है कि उसको बोलेंगे बेटा चच्चा आए हैं, नाच गा के सुनाओ, जॉनी जॉनी सुनाओ।
ये नाश्ता
That just sounds wrong. You can't just tell a child. You want to make sure a child is happy, so they want to do things like that. You can't just demand something of a child. Sure, there are things you can. It's funny how this is supposed to be something different. I'm getting like parenting out of it. It's just like, you don't demand. Sure, you can ask a child. Sure, you're the adult. You should be able to tell. But it's like there's a difference between, learning what's right and wrong, and then just demanding things because you feel you're owed. It's that there is a massive difference. You can't just demand something of a child. You can tell them the difference between right and wrong. You can guide them and advise them, but you can't demand of them. I mean, technically, a lot of people do, but you shouldn't.
गाता है?
क्या बात बोल रहे हैं सर? फिर नाचेगा कैसे? बस वो दौड़ाता है।
क्या करता है?
रात में आने जाने वाले लोगों को दौड़ाता है।
अरे इतना बड़ा जड़ है, कैसे दौड़ाएगा? तुम लोग साइंस पढ़ते हो कि नहीं?
तो साइंस तो अमेरिका के लोग भी बहुत पढ़ते हैं। ऐसा थोड़ी है कि वहाँ के लोग भूत प्रेत को नहीं मानते हैं। हम कितना बार टीवी पर देखे हैं कि एक नया परिवार घर में घुसता है और उसके बच्चा चाहे बच्ची को ना भूत पकड़ लेता है।
You know what's funny is like the what is it, the crap, the Warrens? Is that the family that did all the ghost stories in the United States? Well, a lot of those stories have been, don't want to say debunked because there's still people who believe in that stuff, but it's like the people who actually experience those things have a different story to tell. It's just like, oh, my child wasn't possessed because anytime father got angry and raised his voice, immediately the possessed child started listening to him. It's just like you hear the other perspective. Yes, the child was just an attention seeker until he was afraid of getting hit by his father. And then the spirit immediately calmed down. Oh, the exorcism, yeah.
फिर ईसाई लोग के पंडित जी आके भूत को भगाता है। हालेलुया,
May the power of
हालेलुया
Christ
करता है।
compel you. May the power of Christ compel you.
स्पीड ने आखिरी बार किसी को कब दौड़ाया था?
2-3 साल में किसी को नहीं दौड़ाया।
क्यों?
No one comes near the tree.
मन नहीं होगा।
तो रात का कुछ 8 बज रहा था। नहीं, 8:30। तो कहा है ना बाबू साहब, 3 साल पुराना बात हो गया तो थोड़ा भुला रहे हैं।
कोई बात नहीं, टाइम छोड़िए, आप बताइए एग्जैक्टली हुआ क्या था?
हाँ, तो हम पेड़ के पास से जा रहे थे। नहीं, शायद आ रहे थे।
अच्छा, आगे बताइए ना।
हाँ, तो जैसे हम पेड़ के पास से गुजरे ना, तो हमको पीछे से खड़खड़ाहट का आवाज सुनाई। हम समझ गए कि पेड़ हमारे पीछे दौड़ रहा है।
So I guess he's just trying to disprove the whole thing. He's like, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? They're all holding truth to this superstition, and everyone's just believing it because they've been told to it. It's funny because I just went through an episode like this in Apothecary Diaries where the entire village stayed out of the forest because ghosts were in there, only to turn out that there weren't ghosts in there. It's just the folklore of people telling people that there's danger in the forest changes to, like, that's how like Brothers Grimm's stories probably transformed. Maybe it was about a bandit that turned into a wolf, or there are many different things that could have been the originating story that evolve over time, mainly because it's just being spoken from mother to daughter, father to son. That's how the tales get told. That's how they get jumbled over time. Until the Brothers Grimm's came around, they weren't being written down. Yeah. So it's kind of like the same situation. Oh, it's been 3 years. I don't know why I just don't remember. Everyone just knows not to go there.
हम अपना लुंगी उठाए हैं, जो भागे हैं तो सीधा घर जाकर के रुके।
आपने पलट के देखा कि पेड़ दौड़ रहा है?
अरे इसमें पलट कर देखने की क्या बात था बाबू साहब? हमसे 2-3 साल पहले नवल किशोर भैया को जब पेड़ ने दौड़ाया था तो उनको भी ऐसी खड़खड़ाहट का आवाज सुनाई दिया था।
हमको खड़खड़ाहट का नहीं, झड़झड़ाहट का आवाज सुनाई दिया था।
Everyone's got a different story.
खड़खड़ाहट से तेज होता है ना। अब आप ही सोचिए ना, जब इतना बड़ा पेड़ दौड़ेगा, खड़खड़ाहट का आवाज आएगा।
आपने पीछे मुड़ के देखा था पेड़ दौड़ रहा है?
मुड़ के तो नहीं देखा, पर आवाज तो आया था ना। हमसे पहले जटायु को दौड़ाया था।
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like people jump at shadows. Like the smaller communities you get in, you start seeing more and more stuff like this. Because, like, if you're in a concrete city, everything is massive arches. Everything is completely solid. Everything, you're less likely to see the spirits of things. Why? Because when you're out at night, you don't see the shifting shadows as much as you do when you're walking through the woods, hearing rustling, because you just can't. All the structures don't really have shifting shadows. They're normally a solid shadow. Maybe a blinking light, that makes it, but it's always in the woodsy area where you get more of that stuff. I mean, because it's just like the trick of the light. Sure, things happen, but it's like a lot of stuff that is built upon and built upon and built upon and built upon.
उसको भी ऐसा ही सुनाई दिया था।
खड़खड़ाहट या झड़झड़ाहट का आवाज नहीं आता। हाँ, थोड़ा
It's like, what?
खड़खड़ाहट का आवाज आता है। अब आप ही सोचिए, इतना भारी पेड़ दौड़ेगा तो धुंधम आवाज तो होगा ना।
अरे आपने पलट के देखा था क्या?
कुछ सुन रखे थे तो हिम्मत नहीं हुआ।
क्या सुन रखे थे?
अगर दौड़ते हुए आपका आंख उस पेड़ से मिल गया तो वो आपके साथ साथ आपके घर तक चला जाता है।
आपके साथ हुआ ऐसा?
अगर पलट कर देख लेते तो हो भी सकता था, क्योंकि हमसे पहले जिसको भी दौड़ाया उसके साथ ऐसा ही हुआ था।
ना, हमने ऐसा दावा पहले कभी किया ही नहीं। हमारा घर का गली इतना पतला है कि उसमें पेड़ घुस ही नहीं पाएगा।
पेड़ दौड़ रहा है, ये आपने अपनी आंखों से देखा था?
आंखों से तो नहीं देखा था।
आपसे पहले किसको दौड़ाया?
हमसे पहले शायद प्रमोद को दौड़ाया होगा।
Oh my gosh. See,
हम पलट कर नहीं।
it's funny. If I was that person trying to get all the answers, I would start snapping and yelling. It's like, what the heck? This person told me this. I went to go talk to him. They told me this. I went to go talk to him. They told me this. I went to go talk to this person. They told me this. I came to talk to you, and now you're telling me to go there. It's going to go in a massive circle, and he's going to end up talking back to the same exact person in the beginning. That's just what's going to happen. And it's just going to be this massive loop of nonsense.
नहीं देखे, क्योंकि आगे भागते समय पीछे देखिएगा तो गिरने का डर रहता है, और ऐसे मौका पर गिरना सही नहीं होता है। आप लोग मास्टर जी से मिलकर देखिए ना, वो पेड़ सबसे पहले उन्हीं को दौड़ाया था, कुछ 14 साल पहले।
हाँ, हम देखे थे पलट के।
Here we go.
हवा में 1 मीटर ऊपर था और हमारे पीछे पीछे चुपचाप चला आ रहा था। कहीं कुछ नहीं, कोई आवाज नहीं, एकदम सन्नाटा। पेड़ को हवा में देखकर तो पहले मेरा गला सूख गया, थूक तक नहीं निकल पा।
You know, it does look like that if there's like heavy fog as well, because it's just like a massive coating. That could be the case.
हिल तक नहीं पा रहे थे। पेड़ आकर हमारे पास रुक गया तो डर के मारे पहले थोड़ा पेशाब निकला, फिर आंखों के सामने अंधेरा छा गया। जब आंख खुली तो पेड़ अपनी जगह पे था। इससे पहले कि पेड़ कुछ कर पाता, हम अपने आप को संभाले और सीधे गांव की ओर भागे। अब इसको आपको
He was drunk.
अफवाह मानना है, झूठी अफवाह मानिए। सच मानना है सच मानिए। लेकिन जो हुआ सो यही हुआ। हमारे ट्यूशन का वक्त हो रहा है, हम आज्ञा चाहेंगे।
I don't get it. What's going on now? Oh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They were trying to discover something. Yeah. I don't know. That just seems like it was like a running gag until the very end. And then I don't like how the actor playing like the investigative role was like all interested in what was going on. You've already gone through these 20 other stories that are telling you completely different things to talk to the originator, and you don't have any other questions on top of that. I mean, how did he trip? Why was it floating? I mean, anyone who's been massively intoxicated, you lose control of your bowels. I mean, I've never been there, but he even mentioned he blacked out. You know, that happens with drunk people, and then they wake up shortly after. Everything's back in place because his mind's leveled out, and then he runs. I mean, he had nothing else to say. He's just like, he seemed too enthralled in the last story. I'm just like, no, we haven't been told anything that's believable. Not yet. I did find it funny until the very end. The very end was just like, great. The person who's getting annoyed at all these random stories is hearing the originator and is now believing everything. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Once a skeptic, always a skeptic. Not really, but it helps play the character out. Of course, I don't think he was a skeptic to begin with. He was just annoyed that no one was telling him the original story. And I finally found it. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you next time. Doodles.
You guys see the video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.